Introducing Brian Blog's audio articles, now available only at Brian Blog's Corner Club at www.patreon.com/Brian Too Bad TV Solange, my newest upgrade for valued patron members. For older blogs, you can now click on the audio file attachment below the written article. Download it on your Android, iPhone, laptop, or desktop. For newer blogs, simply click on the audio strip as seen in this illustration, and then listen along as you read it, or just choose to listen as I personally narrate yet another one of my classical masterpieces. It will be just like listening to my public videos on YouTube, BitChute, and Black Avenger TV, only you will have exclusive access to audible and written material available only to paying patron members. For as little as $7 a month, you can become a member of this important club of like-minded thinking individuals. Get the latest updates on news, stories trending on social media, and cold case files, as well as new revelations on historical events and political issues. With Brian's blog audio articles, you now get twice the content for the same price. Again, if you want to enjoy a members-only club where you get to choose whether you want to read or listen to my awesome content, sign up for as little as $7 a month. That's less than a standard fast food combo meal these days. Become a member of Brian Blog's Corner Club at www.patreon.com/Brian Too Bad TV Solange and enjoy exclusive access to audio article blog library only available at the Brian Blog's Corner Club today. What's going on, YouTube? So, as I've told you guys, I'm working on putting the finishing touches on this hashtag Me Too is coming for you too, black men. What is now a 6-part video series. I'm hoping to have the rest of the videos out at least before the end of the weekend, and I'm gonna try to get to working on that written and audio blog article for all of you paid patron members by at least the beginning of next week. But I decided to delve into the political category, which I rarely do on my channel, as you know, to respond to this heavy criticism of this young Somali freshman Democrat who's a U.S. representative from Minnesota. She's Somali American. Cute young lady by the name, I believe her name is Ilhan Omar. And some heavy criticism that she's been getting from both sides of Congress, but primarily from her own side, which of course is the Democrats, for some tweets that she made against Israel. And in one of the tweets, she was responding to a reporter talking about Israel, and she said that it was all about the Benjamins. in response to why the United States supports Israel and goes after anyone who so much as even constructively criticizes Israel. And in the second tweet, she said, well, I'll read it verbatim from the post here, from the screenshot that you can see. It says, quote, Israel has hypnotized the world. May Allah awaken the people and help them see the evil doings of Israel, Gaza, Palestine, and Israel. Now, that tweet was what really set off a firestorm, and it's being called hate speech because she referred to Israel as evil, this, that, and the third. And there's a lot of people grilling her about it. But then there were actually some people, even some, I guess you could call them conservative liberals, if that even makes sense, conservative Democrats, including some who are Jewish, that were defending her over this issue, saying that they don't think she was being anti-Semitic, yada, yada, yada. But the point that I got from this, the point that I'm trying to make is, when I saw this and I read what she tweeted about and the uproar that it made, it caused me to realize that I needed to respond to this by using this as an example to remind black women that, preach all this strong, educated, and independent stuff about where they truly stand in the broader scheme of things. Because you have a lot of these new up and coming generation of women, including young women like Ilhan Omar, and these Democrats, they preach diversity, and everybody's pushing this race mixing agenda. Oh, black women get with white men, and black men get with white women, and yada yada yada, and multiculturalism and all this crap, right? But you notice they will only allow you to go so far. Okay, it's equivalent to like having a little puppy dog on a leash. If you get too far out of line of something that they don't like, they yank your motherfucking ass and pull you back towards massa. Now, what this woman said, it wasn't like she said, all Jews need to die or something like that. All she basically said was she gave her opinion of, Israel. And I mean, y'all saw me make a video last summer about that mysterious death of that black girl that was a foreign exchange student, that she went from the University of Kentucky to the University of Jordan in Oman, I believe it was, and she turned up dead on the shores of Tel Aviv in Israel. Tania Jones, I believe her name was. And her family wanted they wanted the U.S. State Department, who received the body, to come back to the States for proper burial. They wanted the U.S. State Department to grill the Israelis to open up another investigation, or they wanted the FBI to get involved to investigate her death. And the U.S. State Department, U.S. government, U.S. Embassy wouldn't put in the request because they said it was highly strange, the circumstances surrounding her death. The Israeli authorities, there wasn't much information that the family of the girl was able to get out of Israel, nor was there much information they could get from the U.S. State Department, which included the U.S. Embassy. Basically, the story that was given by Israeli media was that this girl went swimming with her friends on this vacation in the dead of night, in the middle of the night. Never mind the fact of how many Negroes do you know how to swim anyway, let alone go swimming in the middle of the night, and that she was swept away by waves and she turned up dead. Now, whether or not that is true, okay, the United States government, the U.S. State Department, didn't even try to honor the family's request to look into this, right? So you need to understand that, and a lot of black women don't understand this, okay? You need to understand that while you think, I'm noticing that it's really both black women and black men, but black women particularly because they're more vulnerable. They need to understand that thinking that, joining other tribes, conjoining yourself with other groups of people, so to speak. In this case of Ilhan Omar would be adjoining herself with all of these white liberals up on Capitol Hill, thinking that all of these people are her friends and they're her allies and they got her back. She recently, I don't know, I'm assuming she's married. I don't know who she's married to or who she's in a relationship with or who she dates, but she recently did a what do you call it? A cameo in a Maroon 5 music video, and Maroon 5 is like this white boy band. And so, she's just having a good old time, enjoying her time as US representative with all these white liberals. I'm sure she goes out with them on dinner dates, and she hangs out in their offices, and she probably feels, up until recently at least, comfortable being around these white liberals that preach all this diversity stuff. But the moment she said something about Israel, bam, they put her ass in check. The moment you do something that they don't like, you find out how much they have your motherfucking back. You find out where you rank as a black woman in the overall scheme of things. Okay? Now, I didn't see, when I looked at the tweet, especially the second tweet that she made, I didn't really see anything anti-Semitic about it at all. I mean, she said, Israel has hypnotized the world. May Allah awaken the people and help them see the evil doings of Israel. I mean, that's equivalent to somebody saying that, the Mexican government knows that they're intentionally sending illegal drugs and immigrants across the border, in an effort to subjugate and influence and overrun American society. Now, it may be an opinion that a lot of people disagree with, but it's not hate speech. Okay? They're trying to label what this woman says as hate speech. And, we see a lot of that crap going on here on social media, including here on YouTube, where it's not so much about hate speech. It's about what the powers that be that are controlling the platform don't like. Okay? And if they don't like it, they will call themselves disciplining you under the guise, or scrutinizing you under the guise of, this is a violation of community guidelines, or this is anti-Semitism, or this is hate speech, yada yada yada, when it's really not. Okay, it's just that certain groups over here, okay, and Jews happen to be one of those groups. They hold a lot of power. They wield, a lot of political and financial weight, and they have the resources, both legally, financially, and politically, to make sure that their interests are not only met but protected as well. And so you can't so much as even question a death investigation when a black person or some person dies in Israel. Is basically what they said, even if it's under suspicious circumstances, like in the Tania Jones case. So, again, I mean, this is really just hammering home a point we've already made, that, a lot of you black females, you think that multiculturalism is your friend. You think that this is your way to advance yourself, and in a lot of cases with these chicks, advance your career by, I'm gonna leave Blackistan and I'm gonna join myself with some other tribal group like Europeans or European Americans, or I'm going to align myself with these white liberals and they got my back, because the black man is so weak and inefficient at doing anything. You going to find out. You're going to find out if you're not careful. And unfortunately, some of these chicks, including Ilhan Omar, are finding out. These white liberals, they're not your fucking friends. Okay? And this is what we're going to touch on in the upcoming live stream about the truth about slavery. The Democratic Party, or as I call it, the Democratic Party, has been playing black people in an effort to control, manipulate, and extract resources, energy, and wealth from us for centuries. Okay? And the way they've been doing it in recent times is pushing this victim card agenda that black people don't have to do anything. You don't have to think for yourself. You don't have to act for yourself. You don't have to build or develop anything, even in your own communities or families, for yourself. Just sit back, vote for us, and we'll take care of everything for you. We'll even give you free money from these taxpayers. All you got to do is sit up, make babies, make sure the man is out the house, and so there can be no father figure for your children, and vote for us, and we got your back, because you're a victim, because you're black. But the moment you do something they don't like, all those hugs and that arm around this woman's shoulder, oh man, we're so happy to have a black Muslim woman here in Congress. All that shit turned upside down. And now they practically ready, at least verbally, to hang this woman. Okay? So again, y'all keep doing what you do. They say that life is the greatest teacher. And I found out recently, and have been finding out really my whole life, that be wary of the people who you call yourself alliancing yourself with. Be wary of the people that you call your friends. Definitely be wary of the people that you call yourself being allied with, because a lot of people will stab you in the back or betray you or disrespect you at the drop of a fucking hat, and they won't be polite about it either. Talk to you later, guys.